I hope anal doesn't get in the way of our PG-13 around here. I don't see it as a bad word. But different people, different standards, right? I mean, wells were that much nicer to place down in Banished. And it was nice to see your people actually enjoy the wells. They will huddle around them, use them as social points. And apparently strategic placement of wells can really help with efficiency, because your Banished peasants really love to huddle around them instead of working. Alright, that is Aarhus, 100%. Didn't take too long, right? We've been streaming for an hour and a half and we finished off one of our 40 cities. Still needs to grow, sure, but there we go. It's completely mine. It makes all the clay and all the wood I could ever want. Well, I mean, I will actually want more, so that's not entirely true. But it makes it alright. Good news for you, Jake. I can now resume buying EU4 cosmetics. Wait, what? Pricing change, rollback information, thread, latest news here. And then it's not doing anything. Well, whilst it takes forever to load. See this guy? We don't often see him. Greetings, noble stranger. Pure coincidence has recently brought several shiploads of goods into my hands. This is stuff that he's robbed from me. That's what causes that guy to appear. Because the people over in Bremen were too slow. Wow, that took forever. Aha. Okay, wow. Man, I should really read that. But I'll read it at a later date. I have other economies to focus on right now. The guild want me to do my official duties, and because I'm not doing them, I'm not very popular right now. People of Erfurt are constantly bothered by famine. They moan at me, whilst I laugh and laugh. So you're done, but I still kinda need Novgorod to be built up. We have no shortage of cheese right now, but that's not to say we won't be short later. It's also worth noting that Aarhus would benefit from actually holding on to a lot. Oh, no, I don't want to look at there. I don't want to crash my game, rather, so let's save just in case. The thing about these places that stock 60,000 people or so is that I probably want the administrators to hold on to more than this amount of stuff. I want them to hold on to 20 days worth of goods for 60,000 people, which means a lot more than this. Like, these numbers would probably double. And then there's the amount for raw materials that they need, but well, we can do that at another time. Aarhus' population looks good, it grows fast, so I'm pretty confident with how it's going to go. The only other thing I would say is that my ships that bring the goods, well, for one, they need to be reactivated. The pitch, the other pitch? Aarhus to Rostock pitch? Aarhus to Rostock wood? Yeah, and isn't there another guy? Like an Aarhus brick guy? Maybe he was always working. Hard to say, really. Great, so Rostock should get back to having tons of I mean, it's got tons of lots of stuff, that amount of salt and hemp. Plenty of cheese. Loads of wine, though. And I suspect that my wine doesn't flow enough if Haarlem doesn't have enough of it. Just a suspicion, though. But could... No, I mean, Bremen don't have enough, Hamburg don't have enough. Okay, so I don't send enough wine out to the west. So I should find my wine guy. Oh, I was going to rename these guys. I want a new naming convention for them. Right, okay, but I can do that another time. Wine. I need to find a wine that goes west. You are wine west. Watch this. Instead of 01, I'm calling you Whiskey 1. Because I'm really not going to have 10 of these things when I could just say which direction they go, and then I can find it easier which way they go, rather than having to click on all of them and find this. So you do wine west, that's great. I want to save that. Wine west, I bet you go counterclockwise. Bergen, Edinburgh's going, okay, so he's going counterclockwise. I'm going to change that around a bit. Also, there's only 500 of you. Maybe the better thing to do would just be to have more of you. There's no need to make another, I don't think. There we go, you're in Rostock. I'm gonna replace you with a Carvel. How does that sound? Probably sounds amazing. There you go. And 2,000 should be plenty to keep those people happy, since the 10-day demand for wine, even in the biggest one, is only 122. So, excellent, for now at least. And there's these guys that always have plenty of wine. Whoa! Tons of wine. Jake, first time catching the stream. Did you get to redo the second wood center route? Was there a reason I wanted to redo that? I mean, the people in the center are getting all the wood they need. They're not getting the bricks they need, but that's because Aarhus have been consuming all of the bricks. But they're done building up, so now... oh boy, they're producing a ton of stuff right now. So the wood stone free guy, he's actually going to need another Carvel on him. Because, yeah, 824 per day, 3-day route, and you're about to double that production as well, so it's going to be almost 2,000 a day. You're going to need a third Carvel on that, which is good, I guess. Is P4 your most favourite game ever? No, far from it. Very far from it. I just have problems. Under attack again. Yeah, that's the annoying thing. You can't tell if it's a land attack or a sea attack when you hear that noise. Okay, what I really want is for Rostock to be utterly drowning in bricks and wood right now. That is what I want. I want it a lot. I don't think we're going to have any real problems feeding our people right now. At least it gives somewhere for that cheese to go. I still want Novgorod to be a lot better... what's the word I'm looking for? Supplied, probably. Provisioned was the one I wanted to use to sound a bit smarter. So I'm going to find Supply Novgorod, Kevdev. He's heading back to Rostock right now. Laden with goods, because he frankly brought way too many. And... I will want him bigger, but probably not right now. What I'm going to need are where are my river cogs at? I should be able to tell how they look at a glance by now, but I simply cannot. Ah, there we go. 26,000 capacity. As it happens, that's what I'm going to need. Good. Also good to see Haarlem growing and growing. Same for you, of course, Aarhus. So I also want to see Aarhus flowing with too many bricks, and I need to find that Aarhus brick guy. Aarhus to Rostock. There's no Aarhus to Rostock brick guy. That ain't good. 500 pitch is probably enough. Look at this, the 3-day journey. Yeah, I mean that will cover all the pitch from Aarhus forever on one cog. But there's no brick guy from Aarhus. I find that very strange. Aarhus isn't included in the brick dispersal, is it? It would be anybody that does bricks to the east. He is. Well, that's our first problem. Aarhus is getting removed from that. I wonder why he was. Was he not originally a brick producer? No, it just doesn't make sense to me. I have another bricks to the east guy, and again Ahus is on it, and again Ahus gets removed. I was meant to do that for everything, but I didn't. Why not? Tell me I saved after I did that. Let's take the, Let's take cheese then, as an example. Okay, good, it doesn't stop by any of my places that I used to produce cheese. So yeah, I did do that, and I did save. Still strange, but regardless, I need Ahus to bring those bricks back home. And again, I'm going to be producing pretty much double that, so let's just say 2,000 every day. And it's a 3-day journey, so I need about 6,000 capacity. I could use Carvels, but it's such a short distance, I'd feel a lot better just using some of my cogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 big old cogs. And this is Ahus to Rostock, Brick, and we're going to use the name Baker Fire. Coming in from Sojourns there. Get in, please. Very simple route. Go from Ahus to Rostock. In Ahus, grab the bricks, and by grab the bricks I mean grab all the bricks. And then in Rostock, which of course comes last, you need to unload all those bricks. Very simple. I'm surprised I haven't had this before, really. But I think I didn't do it because, or I did have it and I turned him into a Todo because I wanted to keep the bricks there. That sounds even more like something I would do. Great. Go for it. And away he goes. Alright, what else is going on? How long are you playing on this save? Do you mean how long I have been playing? Because I can get a number on that and I won't be happy with it. I think I've spent about 90 hours on this save, including idling time, of course. Oh, but it tells you here what you've worked on it. 2 days, 9 hours and 32 minutes. Wow, that's a lot of time. And considering that gets split up into half-hour episodes for YouTube, 24, 48, 100 and... okay, good, we are hitting triple digits then. So if you're in the future and watching this, then what have you done with your life, really? It's getting worrisome. Okay, I can also ditch some of this excess stuff for the center, for these guys. I'm kind of happy with that too. Alright, but still I need excess wood and clay here in the center before I can really get this revving up. Okay, that's super annoying. And why does the auto McScrooge go to Riga and Kungsberg? Well, probably just to pick up extras, but Riga and Kungsberg shouldn't have anything. And again, Rostock and Bremen probably really shouldn't have anything either. You know, all you should be doing, all things considered, are the center places. Seven cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get out of here, Thorn. You're not inland. And again, just auto trade. Hopefully I won't need this guy for much longer, but I stocked him up with escorts and they're almost all dead, which is very disheartening. Okay, what I also want to do is grab all of my free wagons, every last one. Let's just create a damn train, okay? And get over to Rostock. Oh shoot. Oh, I'm not going to enjoy all this clicking. This game just loves clicking, it's absurd. It makes me very sad. We couldn't have a move all button, move all one type button. Imagine every time you had to organize your armies in EU4, you had to individually move units every single time. There was no quicker way of doing it. Think how much fun that would be. And if you come up with any level of fun, then, well, don't want to say go shoot yourself, but do something to that caliber. Preferably on the little toe so it hurts as much as possible. Oh man, can't tell you how not fun this is. But it's all for a higher cause. I think this is the thing religions are made of. On a brighter note, tomorrow is Friday, and I'm off tomorrow because it's midsummer. And because I'm not Swedish, I don't feel compelled to sit out in pouring rain. So I can see there being some good old Rostock tomorrow. On schedule too, won't that be a change? Then again, depends what comes up in the Steam sales. Because I might find there being some other stuff that I've really wanted to play. Oh man, you know what's going to be so fun? Sorting these out as well. Okay, we got those moving. Do I have any free wagon trains? I think everybody's going to Rostock or is in Rostock. The Otto is moving his own way. And then you're going to Riga for some odd reason? Don't do that, go away. Also your capacity is tiny, there's something up with that. They're so slow, it's kind of painful. But they're there. And also they show up as convoys at sea, what's up with that? Alright, what do I do now? I need to think about how to get these trade routes going for my inland trade. It's going to start in Rostock. So let me think about it. You start in Rostock. There's no point hitting up any coastal city. So you could go to... Oh man, it doesn't follow the roads here, does it? Now you could actually get to Minden kind of simply. You could start your journey by heading up Minden and swing around and finishing in Berlin. So yes, Minden to Erfurt, Breslau, Warsaw. How long does all this take? It takes sodding ages is how long it takes. So I'm probably going to want two. Yeah, I'll want 2 of these for every route, so it takes 12.5 days between every time a city gets hit up. I mean, let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I mean, it still could take 25, but it's less likely for it to work out that way. But then again, there's no resting, and people will get caught up in ambush. Ah, what the hell? Looks fine to me. But this means I need a lot of these things, don't I? Or I could just make a bunch of them and... Jake, I'd say you only need 1 train per city. You send supplies from Rostock to the city, and on the way back, the train sends the goods produced back to Rostock. No need for trains for every good. Trains per city instead of per good, huh? The flaw I see with that is that if a train gets ambushed, they're going to lose goods that were specifically needed for that city, whereas if they get ambushed doing the normal rounds, I guess the one that gets shafted is the one at the end. Per city, huh? It would be a lot less work, actually. Yeah, it would be considerably less work. Also less time, maybe? I don't know how many goods they produce either, so that's another thing to consider. Now, all the things that I want produced here are very specifically low tonnage. Metal and honey are the highest, but there's also tools, cloth, cheese, and wine. They're all very low. Erfurt and Warsaw are the ones producing the big stuff. So there's quite a distance on the Warsaw one. The princes are gone, but the bandits still raid his wagons. That's correct. I got rid of all of them, and yet they still raid me because they're arseholes. Okay. Okay. Here's the very not fun part. I'm going to ditch all of my wagon train stuff here in Rostock. Also, Rostock population, it's getting out of hand. 60% again, so the AI is building yet more houses. Purely to get on my nerves. And to charge ridiculous amounts of money for them. I should really just cap the population here. Oh, that's the problem. I haven't reduced the production of goods here. So I actually need to drop this down, or else it's going to do exactly that. And that should keep the housing occupancy on that level, and everything will be okay. Well, to a degree at least. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. Right. Well, time to get wagon trains going. However, I feel like I'm going to want my own massive wagon train for supplying building materials, because these guys are going to be super short on those for a long time. So, I mean, this guy holds 20,000 of them. I might keep you around for, what do I call you, the wild card? Who wants to be a wild card? Make your name forever known. Also, how many spaces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hope you got 10 characters or fewer. You can be the wild card for the inland stuff. Inland nodes, I guess. Enrique von York wants to be the wild card. Unfortunately, they have a particularly long, stupid name, so that's not going to work out very well. I'm going to use the one train per city idea, though. It's kind of nice because it'll give it a different naming convention to the ships, who I would have to differentiate between anyway. Tell me this isn't the... No, it's not the same wagon train. Good. I like red crane, just going might as well take that. So there we go, that's the spirit. The wild card red crane, complete with his pretty ridiculous underscore. Okay, now just how many of these things are we talking about? 77 wagons. That's good, that's almost half of the wagons that we'll need in total. So I'm glad we're still producing a metric bollock ton of them around here. We're all wealthy. Okay, let me think about 10-day demand for a typical highly developed city here. It's a lot of goods. It's a heck of a lot of goods here. Let's do some quick envelope maths. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,000. Let's do some generous rounding up and say that it's 20,000, because that's the way I roll, and I have 7 of those cities. That's quite a lot of thousands. So I'm going to refer back to the spreadsheet that we've seen for a dangerously lacking amount of time right now, and we'll go to our fluid calculations here. And since it shouldn't take that long to go to and from a city, let's estimate. Again, it's got 60,000 population, and surely none of these will take 10 days or more. If we create, or rather, if we grab you, I want a trade route from Kaunas to Rostock. I know you can't see this, but it's 6 days. Alright, the longest one is a 6-day route. That's pretty promising. So 60,000 is already an exaggeration of what we could possibly need. So I guess 40,000 is safe. And it's only 9,000 here. Okay, I need an extra thing. 4 carts. I want a simple thing. Days. Like, this is how long the days will take en route. The route will take in days. So let's just say that it's 5 days. And I want this to be this number multiplied by this number. Easy, right? Divided by 10, of course, because I'm already making it in for the 10-day demand. Alright, so... and they're all pretty much 60,000 anyway. Nice. Very nice. It's kind of cool. It's kind of very cool. Probably a better way to do it is to think, though, that if it's 5 days, then just count it for 30,000, and then I can know exactly how many of these goods I need. So I probably don't even need this stuff. Nah, this stuff's probably stupid. Goodbye. Alright, enough of our spreadsheet magic. It's getting in the way of actually getting our goods out there. So I'm going to make a bunch of trains. Doesn't really matter how big they are. So I will, however, need a list of the places I'm going. What do I call them for naming conventions? I mean, I could call it Supply Minden, but then I don't get to use any of our wacky names, do I? I mean, I could do that. The names are pretty short for the places. Yeah, I'd rather have it with that. Supply Minden. And yeah, I'll just pull names in. So it's called the Siren. Works for me. We'll have Supply Erfurt. And we'll call you the Naga. Just taking names that I'm seeing in the chat. No big deal. You'll be Supply Posen. And that'll be the Bake Ferno. We also need to supply Breslau. And you are the... I'm not calling it the oven cost. Can't really call them... yeah, the attaché works for me. Still have a few more to go. I need to make the Supply Warsaw. And you can be called the No CB. I think we have that name already, but bears repeating, right? Now we have the Supply Kaunas. No really good names coming in right now. The Grand Door. Oh, why not? And last but not least, Supply Berlin. I know about the... we'll just call it the Wall. Everybody's favorite supervillain. Okay, so how are these going to work? The bird